Good. Or happy, what is today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday to all of you. Yes, I'm looking like Mother Shabazz. Um, happy Wednesday to all of you. I'm Adina, and you guys are now Beyond the Veil. I am happy to see you all this Wednesday. I am working from home again. Today is technically my day off, and it's like rainy and dreary outside. So yesterday and today I haven't left the house. But see what happens when I don't leave the house and have anything else to do? I can kick out content. So excuse me while I sip some coffee. So Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Milagro Grams. I've never done a video on the Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro Grams lawsuit. And these are two isolated incidents because I kind of want to read Megan and Milagro. And then it was announced this morning that Megan wants to file a restraining order against Tory Lanez. I didn't mean to say Lanez. Since he's in jail, in prison, the only thing this will force him to do, if granted, will be to stop talking about the situation. And I don't like that. I'm hoping that the courts don't do that because unless it's proven that he was paying people to harass her. But it seems like him just talking about the situation and trying to tell his side of the story at any time, Megan and her team takes as a slight against her. So I'm going to read Milagro Grams first and Megan Thee Stallion and see if Milagro was truly harassing Megan on behalf of Tory Lanez and his family. I'm trying to think of how I want to address this reading, how I want to approach it. All right, I'm going to read Milagro. I think that's her name. I've heard her say it that way before. Most High, Mother and Father God, thank you for this Wednesday. Thank you for my gift. Thank you for this platform, YouTube, that allows me to share it. And thank you for all of these beautiful people that you've created for sharing in it with me. Spirit, please allow me to call up and conjure up the spirit, the soul of Milagro Grams. Of Milagro Grams, who is currently being sued by Megan Thee Stallion for defamation, I believe. Spirit, please bring Milagro Grams to me. Her spirit and her soul. Milagro, 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 Milagro. Tell me, Milagro, are you harassing Megan Thee Stallion on behalf of Tory Lanez and his family? What is your energy involving Megan Thee Stallion and your current legal battles towards her, the accusations she's made towards you? Is it true that you put out defamatory stories and statements on behalf at the payment or request of Tory Lanez and his family? Or are you just reporting the story as you see it? Milagro, talk to me about your relationship with Megan Thee Stallion, your legal battle with Megan, your relationship with Tory Lanez and his family. Milagro, were you really putting out hit pieces for Tory Lanez on Megan Thee Stallion? Are you going to beat your case against Megan? Will she beat you? Was there any proof in receipts that you were putting out stories on behalf of Tory Lanez against Megan? Obviously, Milagro Grams is currently embroiled in a battle. I believe that she's up against people who are wholly spiritual and people who have money and earthbound power. I think Milagro has mentioned that Tory Lane's father was like her spiritual mentor, so they would be the spiritual people. They would be the spiritual side. That she's caught in the middle of. Now, I don't know if she was actually paid to put out pieces, but whatever comments she made that favored Tory Lanez and didn't favor Megan Thee Stallion, I don't necessarily believe that it was due to payment. If anything, it was due to her own personal beliefs and maybe at best personal bias. I also think that because this is a Sagittarius card, Jay-Z is all up and through here, obviously. He represents Megan Thee Stallion as her manager. And he also, so he would be all up and through this. With the Tory Lanez case, with the Megan Thee Stallion, anything related to Megan Thee Stallion, Jay-Z would be here. It's almost like they're fighting Jay-Z through Megan. All involved parties, Tory and Milagro. But I think that's just because Jay-Z is the steam, the power behind Megan. I think that Megan feels, Milagro feels like Tory Lanez was sent to jail. I don't know if it's like without having a good defense, but considering what he was up against, he didn't really have a chance. Like, he was railroaded by Roc Nation. I think Milagro also feels like these are intimidations or scare tactics against her from Roc Nation and Meg or whomever. This all stems obviously from the shooting that Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez was in, and who exactly was responsible for any injuries to Megan. Tory seems to have went to jail because he was a felon, and there was a gun that could have been in his possession. Near future, Milagro. I know that Megan's team has just stated or cited some payments from Tory Lanez's father that you received as evidence that you were working against Megan for Tory Lanez. I wonder if some personal or intimate conversations that you've had with Tory or his father or someone, some male in Tory Lanez's team, will continue to be spoken of in the near future. But this also doesn't look like payment. Now, I have a payment card here up next, but it's in the crowning position because that's what they're trying to say that your intentions were, Milagro. But what it really seems is that your stance on Tory Lanez stems from a personal relationship that you either have with him or someone in his camp. And I know that you said you're very close to his father. We'll probably see a little bit more about that relationship. Maybe from your end, because they're trying to use the payments that he sent to you as evidence of paid harassment. But I think you're going to open up and be a little bit more truthful and vulnerable about your relationship with Team Tory and how it is strictly personal. not monetarily transactional, emotionally and spiritually transactional. Here is what they're trying to stick to you, is that you are being paid to tell these stories, to make it seem like Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. But because Megan is here in the so below position in reverse, I would like to say Megan is probably, I believe, doing everything in her power to bury Tory and anybody attached to him that could give his side of the story any platform. Megan, because here you are in reverse, if you were upright, I would say this is a woman standing on her cause. She feels truly harassed, and she's on a righteous cause. I don't like the Queen of Swords. I don't like any of the queens in reverse. I don't like any of these hoes in reverse. I only like the queens when they're upright. When they're in reverse, it reminds me of why I ain't got no friends outside of my family. I got 3 sisters and probably over 30, 40, 50 collectively on both sides of the family, first cousins and they girls. So, first and second cousins. So, this right here, she's dangerous. She is dangerous. The Queen of Wands is jealous and envious, but this one, she's dangerous because she has a weapon, a sword. And because she's not in the upright energy of herself, she'll use that sword how it suits her best, even if it's not just and true. I don't like that for you, Megan. I don't like that you came out in reverse, but that just could be Milagro's perspective of you. Here's Jay-Z or whomever was sending Milagro money. I don't know if he necessarily sends her money to put out a story on Megan. That would be the 6 of Pentacles or the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. That'd be the 6 of Pentacles, transactional. He seems to support her monetarily and in a lot of ways. Now, it could just be because the stance that she has taken has become personal. These lines have been blurred between I'm just someone standing up for truth to this man really does seem very fatherly towards Milagro. And he seems to support her. Not pay her for a transaction, but support her. He seems to look after her. These payments could have been for anything, supportive, but I don't think it's necessarily so that she can speak out against Megan. I believe she would have done that with or without the Tory Lanez crew supporting her. But because they've grown such a relationship and his father has become such a resource in her life, he seems very supportive, not just monetarily, but resource-wise. Time, energy, money, connect, whatever he has to help her, he has. I know that group that supported Tory Lanez defense, I believe that they're supporting Milagro. So he seems to have more of a presence in her life as a support system, not just a transactional person. I don't like this death card in this reading. I don't always read the death card as death, but I don't like it in this reading because it gives me desperation. By all means necessary. end this by all means necessary, and it doesn't matter who it takes, because at the end of the day, everybody's got to fall. So it's just like we don't care about what methods we employed, even if we pull out extreme measures to win and to bury someone. The hope, the plan, and the goal is to bury Tori, Milagro, and anyone who can give Tori any kind of support that can grow legs. By any means necessary. Milagro is obviously hoping that Megan Thee Stallion's legal actions won't hold any weight. Two of Swords as the outcome. Well, this is a legal battle. Face-off between Milagro and Megan. Two of Swords and Two of Cups in your future. Now here is what I would like to see if it was transactional. Outcome, Two of Swords. I see some jailhouse calls, and then the Chariot. I forgot Tory Lanez is a fire sign too. Tory Lanez, you did have your hands on that gun. I don't know if you shot it though. If they found residue on you, that'd be bad. I don't think they found any residue on you though. Maybe they did. Maybe they found it on everybody. I think that you took the gun, but I don't think you shot it. I'd like to see a court card for that. The Ace of Wands is a wand of opportunity. It's just kind of like, oh, this just popped up. This just sprung up out of the air, which I don't believe he had it. I believe that he grabbed it. I feel like Tory Lanez is fighting for his life in there. He feels like what he's in jail for is a lie. He's seeking true justice. Justice upright right next to the lie card. Spirit. Judgment, can't speak. There might be a judgment that she can't speak on Megan anymore. I don't know if she'll get defamation maybe, but I don't know. Something about those calls, jailhouse calls. I know that they said that's how they found that he was making payments. I see a tower moment behind this Two of Cups in your near future, Milagro. Megan, Queen of Swords in reverse. Megan, you don't want... Is this the card behind what I believe to be Megan? These legal actions are to shut them up. Now, I said I would like to see Tori as a court card if he did it. Here he is in reverse. I don't necessarily... Seems as though Megan she just doesn't know what could be said or what could come out in the future. That's why there's an attempt, it seems, to stop both of them from being able to talk. Milagro has a platform and close connections with Tory Lanez. She's too nervous about what could be said, what could be released. So getting them to shut up altogether is what's best for her. She feels like the two of them, I think, will take her down by continuing to unpack evidence and dig into things and spend too much time talking about this with Tori. Sure enough, Milagro has the full story from Tori. And it seems that Megan and Rock Nation know that. That's why they're going after her. Because they know that Tori and his family have communicated in her in all truth. Which is why she goes so hard. Because whatever Tori wasn't successful in doing in order to defend himself, Milagro can. I think it's too risky to Megan and Rock Nation letting Milagro talk when she has such a close relationship with Tori. It's not about him paying her. It's about him giving her real information that he probably can't speak about publicly. If anything, they don't want Milagro being Tori's mouthpiece. This is to make her and Tori shut up. Tori can't do too much, can't talk too much without help outside getting his voice heard. They don't want him continuing to give facts about the case and the story to Milagro so that she can dig in and make people think about things that we don't know about because we don't have access to Tory Lanez to hear his truth in its entirety. And all the facts and tea around the case that we didn't know about, we don't know about, you know. She knows those things. That's why she stands the way she does. Spirit, will Megan Thee Stallion win her defamation case against Milagro-grams? Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is interesting. I don't know if they'll be able to prove that these were payments that were made solely so that Milagro could talk about Tory. The problem is Jay-Z. I don't know how much he's going to be able to focus on helping with the burial of Tory when he's going through his own situation. And with the Fool in reverse, Spirit, one more card. Will Megan Thee Stallion win her defamation case against Milagro? The World. I don't know, Megan. I don't know if they'll give you defamation against Milagro. She may be able to continue speaking. There may be some restrictions. I don't know. But I do believe that this attack against Milagro is an attack to silence Tory and any mouthpiece he may have. So good luck, Milagro, and Megan and Rock Nation, practice square biz. That's my advice to you, because this isn't a good time to bypass karma. There are times where your karma can be delayed, but this ain't a time, especially for Megan, that I believe ability that you have to win even when it's always not right, allegedly. That's temporary. That's not forever. So be very careful of how you move, the bridges you burn, even with the general public. Because the steam and power behind you when it comes to Jay-Z won't always be there. And it won't always be sufficient. And only because, all right, before I say anything else, let me ask Spirit one thing. I know one thing just by this Hermit in reverse. Megan knows that Tory is trying to get out, and all he's doing is rightfully trying to get out. She has to do some dirty things in order to keep this man in, because the only thing he's doing is fighting for his truth. If he says he didn't do it, he can assert that till the day he dies. What would that look like, though, if Tory Lanez were to get out? What would that look like for Jay-Z and Rock Nation? It would definitely make them think that to put him in there, they absolutely had to do some crooked shit. And there's a select few who don't want to believe that they did that, who believes that, everything was square biz. I don't believe it was. I believe that something very crooked was done in order to save Megan from a situation that would have ruined her when Rock Nation had just bought her from Carl. Megan Thee Stallion, when it comes to your intentions and your actions towards trying to silence Tory Lanez and Milagro Grams, is it because you truly feel harassed, Megan? Are you telling your truth? Are you telling your soul's truth that you feel like this man, Tory Lanez, is harassing you? One card. Spirit, is Megan Thee Stallion telling her truth when she goes to court and files these suits against Tory Lanez and Milagro, that she feels justified and in truth feels defamed and harassed? One card, Spirit. I need to see a sword when I'm asking about truth, honor, integrity, even if it's a personal truth. This is a wand card, a fire sign card. It seems like in order to bury Tory, you have to chip away at all his support. This is an overwhelming attempt to bury Tory Lanez. I don't think it has anything to do with honesty or Megan's truth. I think that she has to continue to try to bury Tory Lanez because she in too deep now. He got to stay there in order for her story that she told to stick. You're in too deep and you could be exposed. You probably will be. Because the fans believe, or the majority of the general public don't believe you, and you lost a lot of support. Megan, your music would probably sell better if you let up off of Tory Lanez, because people don't like you. People, even if they want to like your music, they don't like the fact that you won't let it go. When it's just like, we don't all the way believe you. I believe even the people who do support you don't 100% believe you, but they like you enough to support you. And most women do that. I know a lot of your supporters are women. Women will do that. Women will support a lie if it makes them feel better. That's how we end up with ain't shit men. That's why some women say, I ain't going through his phone. I like my peace. We'll do it. Women will do it. And I see it being done with you. They don't really believe you. But they like you more than they like Tory Lanez. And they don't want this to be true about you, even if they know it is. Clarify this 10 of Wands in reverse. In court, she could make this all go away. It doesn't matter people's personal opinion. If in court she wins, then she can get past it. And the public perception can be swayed and molded later. This is power. This is steamrolling. This is Meg taming Tory the lion. Through her infinite resources and power that is crowning her, but it doesn't come from her. This is so that he can't talk, and so that more facts can't come out. This is trying to hide or slow down facts or conversations that Tory Lanez can have, should have, will have, if he's not muffled. Spirit, one card. Will Meg win against Milagro? She might. Milagro isn't going to take Megan Thee Stallion. No, she could be exposed by Milagro. The problem is that Megan is the bigger star. She has more money. I don't know if she'll get defamation, but she can definitely hold Milagro up in court. There seems to be a judge that believes, either now or in the future, that knows that Tory Lanez didn't do this. I see a judge knowing good and well that man didn't do this. I wonder if he's going to get out. Some King of Cups here. I don't know if that's Tory because he just put out a project and it seemed to have done very well. Something about his project doing well. The accusation came just in time for that. Tory Lanez, any attempts that you make in order to do anything, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem with Team Megan. If you try to release music and it does well, you're going to have a problem. If you try to write a book, you're going to have a problem. Doesn't matter what you do, they will be harassing you. What I see here is harassment of Tory Lanez and Milagro. Megan, be careful. And Milagro, be careful. Love you guys. Bye.